Hey folks, Adam Franklin here. Welcome to the Facebook Live. I hope you like the new backdrop, a bit of artwork today, so let us know what you reckon about that. But look, today we're going to cover a reader question, and that is related to why I choose to use a personal email address for my email marketing. And we're also going to look at some landing page tools, and of course any questions that come through live I will take. So I'm just going to look to share this on my personal page. But look, today we're going to talk about landing page software. And anyone that has actually listened to some of my webinars and everything else knows that I really stress the importance of having a lead magnet, which is basically a gift that you share out to the world. It's got to be useful. In fact, so useful people probably would pay you for it if you ask them to, but it's your gift to the internet and it's designed to attract the right types of people in. Now, when people actually download a lead magnet, one of the things that I found works really well is if you can actually exchange details with them. Like if they can just download it straight from your site, that's better than nothing. In fact, it's really good. It can still win you clients and everything else, but it's even better if you then have a way to communicate with them over time. And the way to do this is via a lead magnet. Just going to look over at the Blue Wire page there. So I've just got questions and stuff on the computer screen. So having a landing page is super important. So the tool that I use for landing pages is called LeadPages. Now it's a paid product. I think it does have a free trial, but it's super affordable. It starts from say $37 a month. And back in the earlier days, Tobes and I would actually get our designers and developers to create a landing page from scratch. Now of course that is much more expensive because you're paying designers and developers essentially to recreate the wheel and to build something from scratch, when really you just need to take something off the shelf and plug it in. So LeadPages makes it so easy. Like there's templates for landing pages for lead magnets, which is the main thing that I recommend using it for to start off with, but also things like sales pages and webinar pages and book launch pages and a whole bunch of other stuff. But super easy to set up. And if you want to give it a go, I've set up a tracking link, so it's bluewiremedia.com.au/leadpages. And also that's just one of the many tools that I share in my Tools of the Trade mini course. So I've just got a beta group of people, as in like an early pilot project, pilot group of people going through that at the moment. And if you'd like to get involved and check it out before I release it to our Blue Wire News subscribers, just type yes in the chat box below. So type yes in the chat box. If you like what I'm saying, give us some love, hit the like button, and if you've got friends in marketing particularly, or who are business owners who might like this Facebook Live, then just tag them in the comments. Type yes in the comments if you want to get access to my free Tools of the Trade mini course, and tag somebody if you think this is going to be useful for them. Okay, so I've also got a question that I'm going to answer today, and it's from Rosario from Spain. And her question is, relating to why I choose to use a personal email address for my email marketing. She asks why, a lot of times she sees info at or support at or whatever else, and that will just be diverted to a VA, a virtual assistant, who can then look after all these things. But I've always tried to do marketing based on experiences that I've had with other people. And when I experienced that it doesn't always feel as personal or as authentic. And so like when I've reached out to, say, the big names like Seth Godin or Gary Vaynerchuk or whatever else, like it's not that I reach out very often, but I was always super impressed when they wrote back personally, as opposed to other big names who I won't mention, who get a VA to respond to you and you never quite feel that sort of personal connection. And if I thought that if like somebody could just send like a 1 or 2 word email, maybe a sentence back to me, then I all of a sudden felt this really strong connection to that person, and I was much more likely to actually pay attention to their marketing and learn from them, as opposed to the people that put up a bit of a barrier to for access to them. And look, I get why people, do that, and they have the barrier, or they put that barrier up so that they're more free to focus on the work that's most important, whatever that might be for the individuals. But for me, connecting with readers, connecting with viewers, that's really important to me. And I kind of figure if people with an audience as big as Seth Godin or Gary Vaynerchuk's still have the time, and even Ramit Sethi from Growth Lab, they get lots of emails every day, but they still have the, I don't know, it's courtesy in some respects, but there's that connection with their readers. And that's what I try and emulate. So that's why I do it. There was a part about how much time that actually took to do. And look, Rosario asks, doesn't that just like suck up all of your time? And to be honest, I email at the moment 28,000 people a week through the Blue Wire News, but honestly, even when I do ask for replies to the newsletter, if I'm lucky, it might be 50 replies. So it doesn't actually take that long. And the benefit of these one-on-one interactions is that you get to not only form a connection, but you understand more about them. You can also factor that information into content that you create or training programs that you create later. So there's so much value from a business owner and marketer's point of view that it's totally worth it, in my opinion. Now, the other part of that, like I guess to go beyond what Rosario's asked, is I often put my phone number, but then again, I'm a guy and it's a bit different, not exactly many stalkers for me, but I understand it's quite different. Girls in my mastermind group, they wouldn't put their phone number or anything on an email. But I personally, again, found that really powerful when responding to other people's sales messages, because it was something that got Toby across the line, I'm pretty sure. I forget what product or who it was, but the fact that this guy put his mobile or his cell number on his email sales page and also on the email itself, trying to sell that product. Not that Tobes messaged him or called him, but the fact that it was there made Toby feel like he was accessible and there was a high level of trust. So that's why I choose to do it. Typically people say, well, aren't you just like inundated with calls? Not really, I wish, because the people that do actually call you or message you are very likely to buy. So more than happy to take a phone call and help guide a prospective customer to either buy or not buy, but reach that decision, whatever is right for them. So more than happy to take those calls. So look, that is a wrap for today, I reckon. As you know, I'm trying to keep them short and sharp. So LeadPages is the tool that I use for setting up landing pages. Check it out, give it a go.